to my channel. My name is Deszren. Most people call me Des. Feel free to call me whichever. I know this is not a hair video, but y'all, I had to put my hair into some twists because I need some body, I need some texture, I need something than what my hair was giving because it just was not cute. So let's get started. I'm doing a Q&A today. I asked you guys to send me questions, things that you wanted to know about me so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. So if you missed out on that, I'm sorry, but I gave many opportunities, not only on YouTube, but also on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you've been missing out, and go follow me on Instagram. So let's get started. No specific order or anything. I just want to get right into it because I have a feeling that this video is going to be pretty long. So first question, a place you've never been to but want to visit. Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica so bad. I was supposed to go for my birthday in September, but it didn't work out. I don't really want to talk about it because I'm still upset about it, but to answer that, Jamaica. Do you ever want to just go to a stylist and let them do a retwist in style? Not necessarily a retwist in style, but maybe just to clean up my parts because I feel like that's what contributes to some of my locks hurting me. As far as a retwist in style, I would really have to trust this person and trust in their work and see their work, and they'd have to be super experienced because I have not let anyone touch my hair in a very long time. I've not been to a stylist or a hairdresser in a very long time also, so it would be a very, very, very hard decision for me to make, honestly. Okay, I had to darken it a little bit because this was looking too exposed, you know. So my birth sign, I am a Virgo. Dream vacation, Jamaica. But I guess to elaborate on that, I would want my vacation to be like a really long one. I'm talking about a month or two kind of vacation. Definitely on an island, just somewhere tropical. Somewhere tropical. I've never been anywhere tropical. I've never even been out the country. So that would be my dream vacation. How long would you like your locks to grow? I want my locks to be touching my ass at least. I want them really long, and I know it's going to be a lot of maintenance, but I think for me that's something that I just want, so I would just have to deal with it. Where are you from, and what is your favorite childhood experience? I am from Waterbury, Connecticut. I was born and raised here. I still live here. Sadly, I'm sick of it. I really want to move somewhere warmer. But my favorite childhood experience, anything with my grandmother and my cousins. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother as a child and my cousins, so that was just a big chunk of my life. And when I lost my grandmother, it affected me a lot. It just was such a traumatic experience for me, so I try not to really think of those experiences. I like to think of like the fun, happy memories and times I had with her. Any memory with my grandmother was a great one. I don't have any bad memories of her other than the times leading up to her death. She just always made me feel loved, always made me feel content, just always made me feel safe. And that's not something that a lot of people give to me. It's not something I get from a lot of people. It's something that's very hard for me to find in someone. So she just was everything to me, honestly. What is the most important thing in your life? I would say family for sure, even though things have been like really crazy with my family. I don't want to say my whole family, but like just people in my family, things have been like kind of nuts. But family is very important to me. Maintaining that relationship with the family that I do have a relationship with. I also consider my friends my family, so that's why I really say like I don't have a lot of friends because I consider them family anyways. They are also a part of the most important thing in my life as well. What's one major life lesson you've learned? Probably like not everyone is on your side that you would expect to be, and that's okay. That's okay. Like things that don't seem okay are okay. You know, you have to be okay with it. And that's something that I've learned, especially recently, is that there's just things that are really out of your hands that you just have to say, okay, like that's what it is. It is what it is with a lot of situations. And I feel like once you get to that realization, once you acknowledge that, things get a little bit easier to deal with, because a lot of things we don't have control over. A lot of things that people get upset over, or even I get upset over, I don't have control over. Or people just not acting how you want them to be. Just being okay with things like that, and just knowing, okay, well, life is gonna go on no matter what, whether you want to stay stagnant or keep it pushing, it's gonna go on. How is your hair journey related to your spiritual journey and growth? I don't really consider myself extremely like spiritual person. I don't really follow like any kind of like religion or anything like that. I think my hair journey just allows me to learn more about myself in general, and to have more patience with myself, just to teach me more patience, especially as time goes on. I feel like I get more and more impatient, but as time goes on, I also learn not everything is that deep, you know, especially hair. It's really just hair, but sometimes it's not just hair, and that's okay too. I feel like it's just helped me grow even in this short amount of time. I just feel like it's helped me grow with just learning more about myself. Just simple as that, just learning more about myself. And that's really all I can say about that. The next question goes very well with this one. It says spiritual journey and maybe your input on religion. I'm not a big religious person. I never have been. Even my family, like growing up, we never went to church. We never read the Bible or anything like that. So I feel like my opinion on religion is not much of one. I don't knock anyone for having faith or believing in a certain thing, because everyone's life is different, you know? You can't really base that off of, you can't really make like a judgment on someone else's religion or life like that, because what does it really matter, you know? What is your favorite high school experience? I hated high school. I hated high school. High school was not fun for me. Okay, so I was in HOSA. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of HOSA, if you guys have that at any of the schools you went to, but it stands for Health Occupations for Students of America or something like that. And I competed in the medical assisting competition, and I won first place in the state. First place in the state, baby. Yes, sir. I won first place, and I was so excited because I didn't really study crazy hard, because a lot of it was more hands-on things and things I can mainly do only at school. I was very nervous the entire time. I competed against a bunch of other people, and I really was not sure of myself at all. But when they called my name for first place, the excitement that went through my body was just amazing. So that would probably be my favorite high school experience. Do you have an ultimate that towers above all other goals that you hope to one day accomplish? If so, what? I just want to be content with my life, y'all. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to live in the United States. I would love to move to a different country. I haven't really done a ton of research on what country I would like to live in specifically, but definitely some kind of island. I have this idea of how I want my life to be, and I really want to create like a dream board or something to really just like see it happen, you know, just like see it in front of my eyes. But it's kind of hard for me to explain without seeing it. I can think about it, but I need to like really see it. Big goal of mine is to really take it far with my YouTube. I really want to make a career out of this. I want to do this. I mean, I do it for a living right now, but I really want to do this for a living with no issues. Like, yes, this is what I do. I make my money doing this, and really have that confidence in it, because if this is what I want to do, then this is what I want to do. You know, I gotta be confident in myself and believe in myself. You said you would live in Jamaica. Just curious to know why, or do you have family that is from Jamaica? So on my mom's side, we have some Jamaican. I have a lot of stuff that's mixed in, not things that I necessarily know all of, which I would love to know all of at some point in my life. But some of my family is Jamaican, yes. Why would I want to live there? I've talked to a lot of people that are from Jamaica, that have lived in Jamaica, been to Jamaica, and a lot of people only hear about the bad that goes on, or, you know, violence that goes on over there. But it's like, I want to be able to explore and see everything, the bad, the good, the ugly, the pretty, everything for myself. Not that I don't believe people or whatever, but I want to develop an opinion for myself. And I feel like one way to do that is to live in that place. How can you develop an opinion on a location like that when you haven't even really experienced the true life there. I just would really want to go and talk to people, document things, take a bunch of pictures, just do so many different things. So it's really just the adventurous side in me, I guess, that really would like to live there at some point. Have you ever had a moment of feeling like you'd never find love? If so, how did you personally overcome it? I think a lot of us feel that way at some point in time, or we just feel like no one's ever gonna love me, or I'm never gonna find love, and all that good stuff. I think overcoming it really starts with yourself. From what I've seen in people is that they're truly not happy with themselves, and they try to find the happiness within someone else, and it's like, well, how can you be happy with someone else when you're not even happy with yourself? I know that probably sounds so cliche and you've heard it 1,000 times, but it's really true. Like, I feel like there's so many different things that go into how you feel about yourself, whether it's your job that you're at that you don't like, if you're surrounded by family that doesn't support you, all that can play into how you are in your relationships. And I feel like once you find a good spot to be in personally, it makes it much easier for whatever relationship that you're going to be in the future. If you are trying to pursue a relationship or you're in a relationship, it's very hard to maintain that or to take it to the next level when things personally are not right with yourself. When I did feel that way, I just like to keep myself productive, keep myself busy. If I feel like I'm having intrusive thoughts or thoughts that just are not sitting right with me, I need to do something that I know is going to make me happy. I like to work out. I like to record these videos for you guys. I like to do my hair. I like to do other people's hair. I like to talk to my family if I'm feeling a certain kind of way, or like my sister or my mom. So I just I know what works for me and I stick with that. So once you find out what works for you and you're keeping yourself busy, keeping yourself productive, or maybe you're not keeping yourself busy and that works for you, that is okay too. But just finding something that keeps you content and to not only focus on that, because there's so many other things that you could focus on within your life. Somebody also asked for my hot takes, and I really did not know what that meant at first, but then I looked it up. But I guess it's about things that are going on or just hot takes about certain topics, but I don't really know because I try not to like really be in the mix like that. And with everything going on in our country, in the United States, just in the world, it's traumatizing to look at. On social media, you go on social media, you don't know what you're gonna see, you don't know who's gonna be saying what, you don't know if someone else in the community is gonna die, and it's gotten to a point where I really just can't look at that stuff anymore. I can't do it. If I see it on my feed, I'm scrolling past it because I can't, y'all. Like, it's so much, and it's so much for someone to take in, whether it's happening in front of you or not, happening directly to you or not. It's a lot to take in, and a lot of us are very young, and that's just a certain kind of trauma that no one should really have to go through or see. And it's like secondary trauma. I don't know if that's a thing, it has to be a thing, but it's like secondary trauma, and everything that goes on in the Black community on a regular basis is traumatic. It's traumatic, period. That's how I feel. And I don't really want to say a lot about it because it really just puts me in a bad like state of mind and has me thinking all kinds of things. But I'm just gonna leave that as that because I feel like that's the main thing that is going on in the world. I don't really like to get into politics either because that's a headache in itself. So I'm gonna leave that as that. We're gonna go on to the questions that I got on Instagram. It's so funny because I was really expecting like basic ass questions like, how many siblings do you have, or what's your favorite color? Someone said, hi Des, do you work out? Yes, I do. I try to work out like at least 4 times a week. What do you do for everyday makeup? You always look flawless. Oh, you guys are so sweet. But I do want to make an everyday makeup tutorial video because it's super basic and super regular and it's nothing crazy. So that's coming soon. But all I do is my eyebrows, some eyeliner, and some mascara. Sometimes I'll do like white waterline or black, and that's it. And some lip gloss. Some days I'll feel fancy and put on some like brown lip liner, but most days it's just lip gloss. That is really it. I don't wear like a full face of makeup or anything because those days are long gone. Long gone. Didn't last long, but they are long gone. So yeah. Do you have a lot of or any female friends? If not, we should be friends. Hey girl. Hey. No, I do not have a lot of friends, honestly. It's very hard for me to connect with people, y'all, or to just trust people in general. So it's hard for me to just be friends with anybody. Like, yes, I could be nice to you, I could be friendly to you, but for me to call you my friend, it's like I would have had to have like known you. I would have had to have known you for some time to really be okay, that's my friend. It also takes me a while to open up to certain people depending on the kind of vibe I get. I'm very big on like energy and vibes, so if it's not hitting, it's not hitting, and you're not my friend. But that's just me being real with y'all. But I would love to like really like connect more with my subscribers and my followers because you guys are seriously so sweet, and I could really see myself being friends with some of you guys because the love is just there, the support is there, and I want to reciprocate that, you know? How often do you retwist? I retwist once a month. Pool or beach? Definitely the beach. I love the beach. I love the sun. I love to tan. I don't go in the water though because that water be dirty as hell. What are your hobbies? Y'all, this is literally my hobby. I just happen to get paid for it, honestly. I don't really have any hobbies like that. The only other hobby that I have is photography, and even then I haven't done that in a while. Would I love to get back into it? Yes. But other than hobbies, that's it. Hair has always been a hobby of mine. Even as a child, I was playing with the big head Bratz dolls and stuff like that. That's just always been a thing, and it probably will always be a thing. What is your least favorite thing to do that you have to do? Laundry. Laundry. That's pretty much it. Yeah, I would say laundry. I hate doing laundry. I hate folding laundry. I don't want to say I hate doing laundry. I hate folding it. I hate carrying it. I just be over it the moment I started. Was it hard to get the temporary dye out of your hair? No, it literally washes out with water, but if you have locks, I would definitely suggest doing the temporary wax when you are about to do an apple cider vinegar soak or you're about to detox your hair, because having that wax sit in your hair for a long period of time can just lead to it being in your hair, like still stuck in your hair, and just make it harder for you to get it out later on. So, where did you work before doing YouTube full time, and did you enjoy your job? So I worked at Costco. I worked in the front end, like the first half of the year I worked there, and then the second half I worked in the food court there. So when I worked in the food court, no, I did not enjoy it. It was trash. It was trash. I also had a situation where I dealt with sexual harassment there, and I feel like the way management handled it at first just was not it at all. And after that, I just really like never really felt content being there, or like anyone really cared about me there. So, and like when I told some people that, you know, I quit working there, they were very surprised, like, oh, you know, but you get benefits working part-time and this and that, like it's a good job and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but benefits are not worth my state of mind, my sanity. I don't care. I really don't. There are so many other things and so many other ways to make money in this world, and Costco is not the only way. Period. Somebody said relationship advice. I think this was the same person that asked me something else about getting over like not finding love, or feeling you won't find love. But my relationship advice, to keep it short, I would say don't settle. Don't settle. If you feel like someone is not treating you how you deserve to be treated, do not settle for that person. Whether you guys have been together for 5 years, 2 years, 6 months, 10 years, it really doesn't matter. Whether that person does things for you, it's probably a form of manipulation. But just don't settle. Know your worth. And if you don't know your worth, be on a journey to know your worth, because a lot of us don't see the value that we have in ourselves, or we don't value ourselves enough, and that plays a big part in relationships, I think, because if you don't value yourself, you don't see that in yourself, how is someone else going to see that in you, you know? Which I know it's not something that's easy to have in yourself, but I feel like even just trying to is better than just completely doubting yourself or not having any kind of faith in yourself. I would say don't rush anything. If something comes to you, you know, let it come to you, but I don't ever think that it's necessarily a good thing to look for relationships or to look for love, because then that's when I think we tend to settle for things that we know we don't deserve. Like I said, just be patient and have a good relationship with yourself first. Are you in college? If so, what's your major? I am not in college anymore. Sorry. I stayed for 1 year, and my major at first was physical therapy, and then I changed my major to communications, and I was gonna have a minor in African American studies, but it just did not work out, y'all. College, I don't think is for me. I don't think a university is for me. If I were to go back to school, it'd probably be like hair school or something, and even then it's very hard to find a hair school that like caters to natural hair and like doesn't use chemicals, because I really would not want to be like into chemicals and stuff and all that other stuff. So yeah. Jay asked me this question: how have you been doing physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually? So Jay is one of those friends I was talking about that is practically like family. I've known this girl since freshman year of high school, and we've just hit it off ever since. But even now, being out of high school, she is still one of my closest friends. So I have a lot of love for Jay. Jay, if you're watching this, I love you. So let's get started with this answer. I've been doing great, I think. You know, we all have our personal things that go on, but I would say physically, I feel like I'm taking care of myself better, you know, working out more, paying attention to my body more, and just listening to my body more. So physically, I'm doing good. Mentally, you know, I feel like a lot of us could do a little bit better, but mentally, I'm okay. Spiritually, emotionally, I'm okay. I'm not gonna say I'm like fantastic, but I think I'm on the way to being fantastic. Some days I have fantastic days, some days I don't, which is normal and it's okay. But I try not to let those days affect my mood or get me into a depressive state, because some of you guys may know, if you've been following me on Instagram for a while, I do get seasonal depression. I've been trying to not let those bad days drag me into that state of mind, because it's a very hard state of mind to get out of. But I think I've been doing pretty good with distracting myself, keeping up with my videos, which is something I love to do. So now that I'm doing something that I love to do, I feel like my life has just been much more like smooth sailing, and I'm not as stressed, I'm not as aggravated or annoyed as I was before when I was working at Costco and I really was not happy there, because your job can play such a huge and important role in your mental health, in your mental state, and just how you're doing in general. If you're doing a job on a regular basis that is not fulfilling you, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel like shit. And I was feeling like that, and I just knew it just was not good for me to be there anymore. So ever since I made this transition to do YouTube full time, I've been feeling so much better about my life in general, and I've just been feeling much more positive about it and feeling like, okay, I'm actually doing something with my life that I want to do. When did you decide to become a vegetarian, and why? Was it a hard transition? I've been vegetarian for about 4 years now. I decided to do it because I was getting sick a lot. I'm gonna also include the vegetarian video in the cards so you guys can watch that, where I talk more about why I transitioned to a vegetarian lifestyle. But I wanted better for my body. I wanted better for myself. I wanted to know more about what I was putting into my body and just be more educated on that. And like I said, I was getting sick a lot. Now that I do follow a vegetarian lifestyle, I don't really get sick often. I feel better about my body. I feel lighter. I don't feel like I have this lump in my stomach all the time. And it's just been much better. And it was not a hard transition at all, because even before I fully transitioned, I wasn't big on eating meat. I wasn't big on eating chicken. So it wasn't a hard transition because it was already things that I wasn't eating a lot anyways. Favorite head wrap style? I'm gonna include a picture of my favorite head wrap style that I did recently. I do want to experiment more with different head wrap styles, so I'll probably watch some videos and come up with some ideas. I don't know, maybe I'll make a video of me trying different head wrap styles just to see how it looks on my head. Because I don't know, I feel like not all head wrap styles look good on certain head shapes, at least not for me. So maybe I'll make a video about that and just trying different stuff to show you guys what I think. What's your favorite thing to do? Oh, this is the last question. What is your favorite thing to do while chilling at home? Well, I have my cat here. She's sleeping, so I like to bother her. I like to play with her. She's a good time. I just like to chill, you know? Like watch Netflix, watch different shows. The show that I've been watching lately is Lovecraft County. Okay, I thought it was county, but then I saw somewhere that was country, but I've been saying county, so I might just keep it as county, honestly. But Lovecraft is my show. I've been watching that, but I really like to relax and just take my me time because I need my me time to keep my sanity. So that's what I be doing, just chilling, eating, playing with my cat. What else is there to do, you know? What else better than that? That is it for this Q&A. Maybe later on when my channel is bigger and more people want to get to know me and not just my hair, I'll make another Q&A that's a bit more in depth. But thank you guys for submitting your questions. Thank you to all of you that asked me questions. I'm glad to have such a supportive base. I don't want to say fan base because that sounds so weird, but I'm just gonna say base. I'm just so glad to have a supportive base on Instagram and YouTube, and my channel has grown so much in these past 6 months. You guys are really the reason why I'm able to do this full time now and to make a living off of it. So I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. And that wraps it up for this video. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.